I think of now a lot of the kids they want they want like something, but like they want to be a rock star, but they don't make music. Like they want to be a movie star, but they don't do drum. They don't act. You know,
Right,
they
yeah.
don't do theater. Like you could ask someone, "Oh, I want to be a rock star. Oh, that's cool. What instrument do you play? Oh, I don't play any instruments. Oh, so you sing? No, I don't sing either.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then how exactly are you going to do that? We nailed everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, talk about your
exactly.
your record.
Yeah, let's get at it.
Yeah.
Tell us about the record.
We just jumping in, or
Yeah, we're rolling.
on. Okay.
Just eat that mic.
Okay.
And I think your camera's right there.
Okay. So, yeah, let's just jump right in, I guess. Okay. So, we all kind of met through Risk Compounds.
Right.
So through Kelly, I would just do happy hours there. He was a hero of mine growing up. I didn't think we'd ever become friends or anything, but we did. And then he brought us in contact, and
Yeah.
he's like, do a beer, do a artwork, whatever. And we're like, cool. I love doing that shit because I was a painter before I did music. But I had this basically rewind during pandemic. We went to Bali and stayed there for 10 months. So there's a little window when you could go there with a special visa, and the government wasn't letting me do my job. So went there, and then I wrote a record with some friends out there, and even people hear the demos and they think, well, why were you even trying to make it any better than this? Because we're like, well, we needed real drums. They're like, well, no one has real drums anymore. We're like, well, we hear it sounds good now, but we know the way it should sound, like the way it sounds when we.
So the album that you guys just recorded, you had put the music all together when you're out in Bali.
We were just writing it. So there's like real guitar, real bass. I'm on like his daughter's karaoke mic, but the drums on for like what people listen to as music now.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it, but we played the songs like we know it's supposed to sound better. So we're like, okay, we need someone's gonna come to produce it. Like we don't know who it's gonna be. And I don't read The Secret or anything, but I'm like, the person's gonna come who's gonna be the person to produce it.
Right.
So then we didn't come home until we're for sure that when we get back, work is back to normal. So then right when we came back, I got booked for a gig for New Year's at a place called Harvard and Stone. It wasn't with Eagles of Death Metal, it was with one of Jesse Hughes' side projects. But basically we did a show together, and then we became friends, and he's like, I've been a fan of yours for a long time. I'm like, cool, I've been a fan of yours. And then he played me this cover album he did, and then I'm like, you're the guy who's supposed to produce this record, if that's what you want to do.
Sounds like The Secret to me.
It was kind of like The Secret. Without being devoted, it was kind of like that. So,
is this music a little bit different than your music in the past? Because it sounds like it's more like band driven than like.
It's with the band. I feel like I'm doing the same thing that I normally do, but like I wrote the songs differently, and there's the music's different, but I don't just go off and start singing or do some shit that I don't know how to do. But I'm like, before you say you want to do this, I want you to actually, I only want you to do it I don't want you to do it because you like me, like I want you to do it because you like the music. So then he even got like a tear in his eye,
Nice.
It was real. It was that was a real secret.
He's a
right
good
there.
dude. Yeah.
That was the
So-
real secret.
So
No, and I got to tell you, like the way that you guys put this record together was like had Risk not been involved, the way that you guys did that was basically impossible. And
it was way beyond. Now looking back,
Yeah.
like, cause
impossible shit.
like when you're ignorant to something, like
Yeah.
they say ignorance is bliss, but that's not really true because ignorance is just ignorance.
Yeah.
Being stupid doesn't make you feel good. But yeah, like looking what we just did, and the only reason I thought that was possible because I never done anything like that. Like it's not possible.
No,
like
it's
without
not.
like you, Rome,
Well, no, it's
without
because of
people.
Risk. It's because of Risk.
Well, that was.
I mean,
the,
he is the catalyst there.
that's
like,
the catalyst.
he has so many, he's so connected, and like if you hadn't tried to do that through him, and I think also he's not in the music world, so he doesn't know what it takes to do it. So he's like, yeah, we can do this.
Yeah, no, like we
You
would
know?
be sitting across, and I'd be like, okay, well the time's getting closer, and it's just I don't know how this is.
Like Josh Freese was showing up to his house
before the studio was
on
built.
Monday.
No, like we were talking
and
about this.
Sunday we were there. There was nothing.
No, like they were
Nothing.
telling me, like we're like the only one meltdown I had, and it was really more just I should have just the guitar player's name, his name's Mate. I should have just told him like, yo, I need you to take the reign. It was the day when you and Rome were supposed to get together. I had no idea it's your birthday, and you're like, and all the people helping have families,
Right.
lives, jobs. So our drummer couldn't get a visa. He's an amazing drummer, and I wish it would have been him, but like having Josh Freese do it
Right.
worked out good. But then
Worked out pretty good.
so then Rome, so our friend Rome, he has a Grammy. They're supposed to get together, so we get Josh Freese. He's coming Monday at 11 a.m. They're supposed to get together Sunday, and then they're supposed to get together in the morning. And then Rome's like, well, I didn't want to call him at 7 a.m. Basically, he's like, well, he said his birthday barbecue. And I go, wait, what? Today's his birthday? So then I go, you know what? I can't do that. I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore.
But
Like,
we had talked, obviously. We weren't
No,
gonna
like,
hang. He
and
told
I
me
knew that.
He was like, dude, I'll stay up all night. I'll do whatever. We will be ready by the time Josh shows
Which
up.
basically
Which
they
is what
did.
ended up happening, yeah.
But I had to tell, Mate, I'm like, dude, it's his birthday. You can't really go bug him, but you can't. They're in the park behind where you're staying. You kind of got to go bug him and let him know, like, this is our window.
Yeah.
And like normally, I'm not gonna say the numbers and everything, but Josh, even he's a good friend of mine, but he's still nothing's free. But it was like a tenth of what, like it would have. We wouldn't have been able to do it if it was his normal.
But I think
price.
a lot of times in those
So
circumstances when it's like impossible, like some of the best stuff happens,
that's what happened.
right? And
So-
so how are you feeling about the music?
Oh, it sounds amazing. They go to listen to all the mixes tomorrow. Dude, everyone just. But we're building the studio. Josh gets there. We're building the studio around him. Once he goes on, easy. Once everything was set up, it was all easy. But that was the stressful part.
And another element to this too, that to try to understand how impossible it is to pull this off. Like also Jesse, his style of production is like he has he wants to work with like real shitty gear, but find a way to make it sound good. Like that's his deal. And it's like it's rad. And then also like recording a drum set in any room is insanely complicated, and like the fact that there's just this, the Risk House is not treated for sound in any way, shape, or form, right? But Josh is so good that he actually is just automatically adjusting to how he's playing.
He's a human metronome.
I showed Jeff. I was timing him with a metronome.
Yeah.
You guys had no click. You guys had no headphones on.
Yeah.
I was timing him literally like. The only error was me tapping.
Yeah.
Because I can't be that.
And just how he was saying, just how like Risk is the catalyst for like the home base.
Right.
Because originally it was going to be at the studio. called Valentine's too, and it was just because they have all this equipment from the all this stuff. But Jesse, like how Risk is like the catalyst of the home base. Jesse was the catalyst for all the madness,
Yeah.
like all the people coming.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
had one spot where like everyone's helping out to get everything there.
Yeah.
And then you've got someone else that just, no matter how crazy it sounded, like, oh no, the female singers are gonna be there tonight. Like, are they really gonna be there? Yeah. And no, the crazier it sounded, everyone got there.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
I mean, there was so much of that stuff happening, like magical. This record's gonna be magic. It really is.
I think it has to be.
I mean, it was it was really awesome to see that happen. I mean,
It's pretty, and we people will see it because we filmed the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do one kind of like more abstract. I wouldn't even call it a documentary. Like a kind of, you kind of see everything go
Right.
happen without like a bunch of talking or without any talking. I would say just, and then a proper one where, because now we've already filmed everything, but then we'll do one where like interview everybody. So like
Right.
a proper documentary, but the first one will just be like, Led Zeppelin, House of the Holy, and yeah.
How's
Like,
this music, do you feel different than it is like what you've done in the past?
it's just, I think of it's just kind of rock and roll, but I think it's me being me, and then it's like 60s kind, I would say like 60s surf kind of, I mean, that's not what we like set out to do or anything.
Right. That's what it came out.
I just think it kind of came out. It's like
was
punk rock.
was that the volley influence of the surf or what?
I mean, the guitar player is, I call him like the leader of the band because he kind of put everything together. He wrote all the guitar parts and then told the bass player and the drummer all their parts, and then
Right.
so he wrote all the music. I did all the lyrics. He would kind of send me a riff, and I never kind of written like like in rap you just write to a beat.
Right.
So it's kind of, and I have beats with guitars in them and shit, but it's kind of just like you get kind of like a loop of something. This I would just kind of get an idea, do a little bit, go there. It wouldn't be structured as a song. It would just be like a few parts and he put together. So he kind of puts it all together, and then he talks to the other musicians because I don't know anything about that. But yeah, no, it's like I would say like, oh no, it's gonna be easy. We're gonna do it in a week. That part's not hard. We just got it, and it, like I said, looking back, that part wasn't hard. When everyone showed up, but the real, not stress, but like, like this is on no budget.
Right.
Like they say, you get what you pay for, but sometimes you get more. Like sometimes you actually get,
I
like,
think you get what you put into it, right?
and if you're getting a favor from like some asshole that's not your friend or not a friend, like then they can just fuck you over, and there's no reason for them not to fuck you over, because they're like, well, you're like, oh, you said you're gonna be there at this time. Like, who are you? I don't owe you anything, but because like we had like no one owed me any favors, but everything just lined up, and then once Josh laid down, and I didn't even know that for real music you kind of need drums and bass. That's another thing. The bass player flew here too. So it was supposed to be bass player, drummer, guitar player. We even had a female background vocalist. So she couldn't come, which was fine. We didn't need to buy her a ticket and all that. The drummer couldn't get his visa, but then we had a bassist, guitarist. The bassist is only here for a week too. So Josh needed to do his thing. He nailed that one day. We did 2 takes of each song. He did them all perfect, but the second one was kind of just better for everyone because we were just more in the group by the second one. So he leaves, and then we got 3 days for the bassist to do all his stuff. He nails it, and then Jesse brought another guy in his band, Josh Jove. Everyone's just like really been amazing, and we wanted the music to sound exactly like the demos, but
Right.
like a lot that. Like we weren't trying to like, there can you also do a saxophone solo? No, it's like we wanted to sound exactly like this, but the way that this is supposed to sound, and we nailed it. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So we got the name of the record, the cover. Risk's gonna do the cover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I won't say it now because I'll save something. But so yeah, and then the guitarist goes back to Bali tomorrow. Or this is not live, so
It's okay. Yeah, we got beers coming right
oh,
now.
awesome. So he goes home now, and then we're going there for 2 months. So I think in that time that
Don't put the card on Mickey's, okay?
Oh, I know.
Okay, cool.
the time that we're there,
I know.
they'll basically be like I'm gonna hear everything tomorrow. Make sure I don't need to do any new takes or anything.
Right.
And then while we're gone, they'll probably be.
And you're off to Bali for 2 months?
Yep.
What are you going to do in Bali?
Just surf and box and probably write the next record.
Thank you.
And thank you.
I didn't know you boxed.
Yeah, box and do Muay Thai.
Really?
Yep, we're gonna do. I'm probably gonna do real fights this time, just for fun. I mean, I'm almost 50 years old, so like, I'm not getting into the game. But
So half of these are Tarantula Hill beers,
okay,
and half are guest beers.
okay. Who are the guests and what are
Well,
the? Yeah.
that's
So the
the
first
game.
one, you got to tell us which one you think's just which one's a Tarantula Hill.
Okay, let me do it.
You've tried a lot of Tarantula Hill beers.
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Before I just jump the gun, I want to try all of them first.
Okay.
Right.
And also, I was going to say.
Was it 2 and 2?
Yeah, there's 2 and 2.
2 and 2?
Don't mix them up.
No,
Don't mix them
I
up.
just,
I don't know why he didn't give us 2 different hazies, but
I think B is.
B.
Yeah.
No thinking. Wait.
Well, just-
Wait.
I think B is, and then between these ones, I'm not sure. One sec.
There's a lot of very cool celebrities out there ready to watch your show right now, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
Christian Fletcher's here. It's a legend.
Yep. Me and Christian have traveled around, like, kind of all these people, and like without even being a surf, like I surf now, and I surfed a little bit when I was a little kid, but I'm not like a surf. But through surfing and skating and this company called Ruka that I was that helped me out in my life before, like, kind of been to Hawaii, met a lot of people that have been in my life for a long time, and it's kind of all come together to like get to now. And like like me and Christian would be going somewhere, like be in like Virginia Beach for some surf contest, like auctioning off when there was surfboards that we could go get crazy, like with the money, just, like the fact we're all still alive somehow, and you look back, it's a trip. Okay, I think.
All right.
God, I'm still don't know. Damn.
And we got Mickey's collab beer coming up.
I think, yeah, we're doing. It would have been done by now, except it's been a crazy month. I had the album, an art show, a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But we got some good ideas. I just
So you guys are going to do a beer.
We're doing a beer, yeah. He already came in and we tasted a bunch of beers, and he met with the brewers, and we did all the kind of the hard part about the research and whatnot. So just kind of coming up with it. Coming up with a name for his beer is going to be a lot of fun.
The name, the artwork, and
Right.
because
Yeah.
I've been a painter since I got into music. So first, Risk was just like, oh, John's down to have you do artwork for one of the things, and he's like, oh, and then you're like, oh, and do a beer. So it's like hard. You wanted to get it right, and then we're just like under
let's
the
not
gun.
just do art. Let's actually do a collab beer.
Mickey,
Yeah.
you should like think about having a little bit more fun, like surfing, having your own beer,
Rock
doing an
thing,
album,
yeah,
rock
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I mean, you should figure out how to live a little bit more.
Yeah. It's just it's like it's a trade-off. You try not to tell people about like the tragedies in your life, but just show them. Because you like if anyone wants to say like sometimes there's like miserable people in the world, and they think that their problems is like all the problems, and then they tell you, oh, you just have this, that, and then you're like, you have no idea. Like, don't, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, one of the themes of this show overall, besides the beer and all the fun stuff or whatever, is talking about tools for like basically life.
yeah.
Like, give us one of your survival tools that you would want to pass on to someone who maybe is a fan or a younger person, you know, like to.
It's gonna sound super corny and extra
bring
simple.
it. The simplest,
Like,
keep it simple, stupid.
I honestly, it's hard to even talk to the next generation because I don't know what's going on in their heads. But it's really just like, put your left foot in front of your right and then go. Like, my mom would tell me, like, if all you gotta do is get up in the morning and take a shower and then walk around the block or something, you know, like, just if you got time to be sitting on the couch and whining about stuff.
Yeah,
I
baby
don't know.
steps.
Yeah,
Basically
they
baby
say
steps.
fake it till you make it. Right? So
Yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
just get up, do something you like to do, and
Trust the process.
Yeah, if you got, you might find yourself in jail or something, but like just, I'd rather steal than beg, and I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission. But really, at the end of the day, just go forward. Like, I think now a lot of the kids they want like something, but like they want to be a rock star, but they don't make music. Like they want to be a movie star, but they don't do drum. They don't act. They don't do theater. Like you could ask someone, "Oh, I want to be a rock star." "Oh, that's cool. What instrument do you play?" "Oh, I don't play any instruments." "Oh, so you sing?" "No, I don't sing either."
Yeah.
Okay, well, then how exactly are you going to do that? "Oh, I want to be a movie star." "Oh, were you like in plays when you were a kid?" "No."
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, how exactly?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how good look at Brad Pitt. That guy's a very good looking man. Like, he's one of the best fucking, he knows how to fucking act.
Puts in the work.
And I'm guessing
Yeah.
that he probably did fucking Shakespeare in 6th grade or something.
Yes.
You know?
He put in the work.
Like, I never
sure.
did any of that shit
Yeah.
as a kid, as far as that.
Yeah.
But like once rap music came out, I liked it. I just kind of did it for fun in my head, and then something became of that. But you can't want to do something with that. Yeah, without putting in the work. Like no one could be like a BMX rider or a skater without putting.
No
That's
way.
just insane.
It's very
Right.
clear. Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's very. But I think.
Well, there's an interesting thing right now that happened too. Like basically, like, our generation of like putting out records happened at a time when, like, Napster took over.
Yeah.
And then now it's at the point where it's this sort of insta-famous situation.
Yeah.
But like, so you can have all these likes and have all these followers, and like, it
Cut
looks
to
like you're
committing
famous,
suicide. Yeah.
right? It looks like you're famous.
Yeah.
But likes aren't paying bills, right?
Exactly.
No.
So it's all very contrived, and like like when you think of like legit rock stars, you think of like whatever,
The Rolling Stones.
like the Rolling
Yeah,
Stones.
yeah. They're 80
They were
years
that
old
way
still, yeah.
because they were so fucking rich.
Yeah.
They were rich from working their ass off
Yeah.
and making music that was making money.
Yeah.
That's why they were rock. They weren't a rock star just because it was
Yeah.
Mick Jagger and
Yeah.
whatever. Like it was you got to make the money. Like that's the thing. It's commercial art. It's not just fine art. Like that's the thing. This whole generation right now, like on the Instagram thing, it's just like
I think most people don't understand what commercial art is.
no.
Well, no, and even
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
like if you tell a kid commercial art, what do you
Yeah,
what
what
do
is
you
that?
even if the
Exactly.
You have
likes
to make money.
even if the likes are making money, like even if you're some like big influencer because you're some hot chick, like that's how long you better if you're a model, if you're any of those things, like that's a real job. I'm
no,
not
for
saying
sure.
it's easy.
But it's not Stone's money.
But you better make that money. Well, even if it is,
Yeah.
like even if you're
Yeah.
Cindy Crawford or whatever, you better make that money and put it into something else because
Yeah.
you see all these like just because you're hot when you're 18, 19, 22, 24 and all these guys are
Yeah.
jerking off to you and liking your shit, then they go and commit suicide because the part like it's
Yeah.
not happening anymore.
It is very
so,
twisted.
I don't know. All right, I
All right.
think B. I
B.
think B.
Okay.
and I could totally be wrong. And then I think we gotta go play because
Yeah, you got a show to do right now.
I think B and H, but one sec. No, maybe. I think B and C.
B and C. You were close.
What was it?
Very
B and
close.
H?
B and T.
B and
Okay.
T.
You went for the T when you were
Yeah,
saying that. I was like, oh, he's
yeah,
gonna get both.
yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, B I knew, so that one I
B
was
for
locked
sure,
in.
yep.
and-
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well done, my friend.
All right.
Well
so
done.
should we call it? And,
Let's call it.
Yeah.
That was
take a piss
amazing.
and,
Get you up on stage.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So
Thank
we're
you,
gonna
Mickey.
do with the DJ some of my old shit, and then Mickey Avalon and F *** CK boys.
All right.